Hello and welcome back, everybody. Slim Slam and the Bandwagon Fan, Week 15 preview episode. I'm Slim, he's Slam, and to my left, that is the Bandwagon Fan. As always, brought to you proudly by the now healthy Jersey Cartel. Boys,
It's great to hear that.
Yeah, it is good, isn't it?
It is good.
It's nice. It's a nice little touch.
Positive vibes for the start of the week as well on Facebook.
Gotta love it.
Mm.
Yeah, just get it out there in the universe. Are we all doing okay? Happy?
I'm doing great this week. Pretty as mentioned last week. Christmas around the corner. Plenty of gifts that keep on giving.
Yeah,
Just
indeed. Content
Not
on
just
the way.
in Chicago, but all around
The
the world,
Falcons.
and having a great time. A few vaccines getting around the world as well.
Apparently, yeah.
So we'll see how those go. But
If you're rich enough and lucky enough.
more importantly, football.
Absolutely. The NFL is coming closer, ever closer, really.
Well,
as
17
Christmas
weeks.
rolls-
We're up to week 15.
Yep, we're just ticking boxes, close to the playoffs now. Some big matchups this week to step through. Now, I think the best way to step through, the biggest of all matchups, will be the Elite Eight, as per usual. And with that, Chucky, will you take number 8 and stick with who we've decided is number 8 this week?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that this week, Blaze. The Indianapolis Colts have come in at 8. New this week. Haven't been in for a while. I heard they playing the Raiders. They played the Raiders on the weekend. Got them done pretty handily there as well. In Las Vegas as well. T.Y. Hilton, massive reason for this, has exploded in recent times. The running back's name's escaping me
Jonathan
right now.
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor had a massive break-off run for about 80 yards. Still had a good day, 150 overall.
Yeah.
Phil Rivers does enough there with the line that he has to make them, an above-average team, and the defense has been playing really well. Darius Leonard being out hurts, but if he's healthy, come playoff time, they could do some damage.
Yeah, I think they're definitely a force, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Colts here. We've had to make way from one of the teams, but mate, what can you say about if they didn't lose that week 1 and they're a bit more sexy?
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
They might be firmly entrenched in here. We might be
Well, they'd be
talking
10
about
and
them
4,
for contending.
10 and 3.
Yeah.
They would be, yeah. And
That's insane. That'd be like that. That sounds amazing.
Sounds completely different, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It flips
it
the
does. It
scripts.
really does.
and you don't have a bad loss on your record.
No,
Yeah.
exactly right. Hey, number 7 for me tonight is the Cleveland Browns. They're down 1 spot from last week. Obviously, a close loss to Baltimore just gone, and they'll be looking to bounce back this week and make sure that they don't have much margin for error now to make the playoffs. They really need to probably win out in our estimations to get there. They've certainly got the cattle. They've proven a lot of doubters wrong in terms of playing in big games and getting results. So I think Baker's emergence is coming along nicely. I think they really want to put their best foot forward this week and set themselves up.
They have to, Blaze.
They have to. So it's all ahead of them. We said in the last show that maybe the destiny's out of their hands a little bit, but technically it still is because you win out, you get in. So
Absolutely.
ball's in your court, Cleveland, and see how you get on.
Yeah, I think the one we always talk about, they might have one game they lose in there, which is probably against the Steelers, who are also sliding, which moves into number 6.
Yes, very good.
Down 3.
Yeah, they've plummeted.
They're flying down.
Fire sale.
Yep, get them out of here.
The stock market's not liking it.
No,
Stock
no.
exchange.
Nope. No value.
Throwback. The Steelers, we spoke a little bit at the start of the year, had a bit of an easy schedule.
Yep.
And they were probably beating some teams who we thought were a little bit better than they were.
Yeah.
And it's all come back to bite them on the arse.
Absolutely. it is.
When they've played some good teams the last few weeks, they've struggled. And, the Bills showed them that, when you play one of our Elite 8 sides, if you don't show up, you need to play 2 halves of football.
Correct.
Just to remain in the Elite 8 and to remain in Super Bowl contention. So in saying this, they still sit 11-2.
Yeah.
They still have a chance to find some form. But on the offensive side of the ball, they are struggling at the moment.
Yeah, big time.
And they are struggling big time. So to find them climbing back up and to be competing for that AFC title, and even the division,
They've got to find some magic somewhere.
They
don't
do.
They?
They're pretty
really
much
do.
home on the division. They'd have to lose all 3 games to not win the division here because the Browns, even if they're the same wins, they won't go past them because Pittsburgh have beaten them twice on the year. So they would have to lose all 3 games.
did they split with the Ravens? Oh, they can't get that low.
No, they can't get that low.
Yeah.
They'd have to lose all 3 games, which means they'd have to lose in Cincinnati. So they're pretty much all right for the division. But the thing here is, if with them now pretty much out of the number 1 seed, unless the Chiefs do something silly, you're gonna get a wild card team there that's no joke.
Yeah.
And really finishing second is not a lot different to finishing third because the teams in 6 and 7 in the wild card spot can seriously play.
A dynamic teams. Yeah.
You're going to end up with your wild card spots are, in our opinion, probably going to be the Browns, the Colts, and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Any of those teams on their
Dolphins are
day,
looking unlucky.
Yeah.
the Dolphins are a little bit unlucky in our opinion, but any of those teams on their day, you did not want to be playing them.
No.
at all.
Especially when you could have had the week off with the form you were in at the start of the year.
Absolutely, yeah.
That
It's
might
going to be
come-
very interesting.
That might come back to bite them.
It's going to be very interesting. I think the Bills will end up jumping them for the 2 seed.
Yeah.
But anyway, at 5 this week, we've got the LA Rams.
Yes.
I mean, it feels like 2 weeks ago now that they played the Patriots on Friday morning, Thursday night over there. But they killed them.
Yeah, they smashed
That was a bloodbath, and they made a serious statement by running the football down their throat.
Yep.
And just did it over and over and over again. It was working, so they just kept going with it.
And they get a very favourable matchup this week.
They do.
Against the lowly Jets.
They
So
do.
I don't see him
That'll be a
going
bit of a
down
confidence
at all.
booster. Bit of a confidence booster there,
I
Blaze.
think so. Just roll, get
Yep,
the oil
and
in
just,
there. And just
they keep themselves that little bit in front of Seattle there
Yep.
for that divisional crown because that is massive.
that's massive.
And I think they might play each other the very next week.
Week
the
16
Rams
they
and
do.
Seahawks.
Yeah, okay.
They do.
So that's massive.
One
Watch
I've
the
got
space.
penciled in as a game to watch.
Yeah.
My
They-
game of the week before we even get there.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you
Yeah,
go.
very preemptive.
So yeah, the Rams. It's all on the Rams.
Yeah.
They
Win-
have to win this weekend against the lowly Jets because the Seahawks are playing a team not too flash either. I'm pretty sure.
Technically speaking,
Washington.
winner of that game in week 16 wins the division.
Yeah, we
I
win
think
the
so.
division. Yeah.
I think so. The numbers stack up, my friend.
They do.
Hey, the Saints were on the wrong side of the numbers this weekend, just gone, with the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts knocking them off. So they're down 2 spots in our Elite 8 to number 4.
Oh, Rams up too, by the way.
Rams are up 2, correct. Now, the Saints, we've got massive issues with Taysom Hill at quarterback.
Absolutely.
So this is pretty much a prayer for them. They've got the Chiefs this week. They desperately need Drew Brees. I don't think Drew Brees will play. So with that said, I don't really see him having much of a shot with Taysom Hill to outgun Patrick Mahomes. So, they could be in all sorts of trouble here at 4. That the conference, in terms of the Packers, is kicking along nicely. 10-3 each. I'm not sure it's going to turn out too favourably for them. They might end up in that 2 seed, I reckon.
Well,
but
with the Rams drop right one game behind them, they're Blaze.
could even get further down. So they've got real issues down there. They'd want to figure it out quick. But no baby out with the bathwater just yet. They had a down week against Philly. They went down by 3 points. I think they'd want a good showing against the Chiefs, then close out the year. All right, hopefully with Drew Brees back at the helm.
They came out earlier when Drew Brees got injured, and said, we're not playing him to his 100%.
Yeah.
And I think they have to stand by that. And from what he hasn't even gone
Yeah.
back to practice at all yet.
Yeah.
So I doubt
Well,
he
they
plays
can't
this
fall
week.
any lower than the 3rd seed, can they?
No, they can't.
No.
But their confidence can take a big whack.
Yes,
That's right, and that's
Although I
half
suppose the
battle.
Bucks could technically catch them for the division.
No, they hold the...
They're 3 games down. If
They'd
lost
have
all
to
three-
lose
they-
2.
They lost all 3.
Yeah, they have to lose 3, which
Yeah.
is, going back to your Steelers and Ravens series.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Yeah. This is a long shot.
3,
3.
up 2,
Big boys.
Packers.
Jesus.
So we have both these teams pretty even. Probably the Saints, in my opinion, the better team with Drew's at the helm.
Yep.
But the Packers, earlier in the year,
Basing
week
on
3,
right now, aren't
Yeah.
we?
37-31, they beat them. So we're pretty hot on the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is playing unbelievably well.
Yep.
He's probably dipped in after about week 3 to week 6. Fell out of that MVP conversation with Russell Wilson.
Yep.
And now he's straight back into it. Probably leaving it a bit too late with how well Paddy Mahomes has been going.
Yep.
But, Devontae Adams
Yep.
been absolutely killing it. Nearly said Devontae Graham. Watched the Hornets game today.
I
It
wasn't
was
sure
like,
where you were going there.
absolutely killing it. He's scored a
Yeah.
touchdown in his last 8 games.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is huge. You got Tonyan, great. Gets
coming
around there.
Tight end hybrid.
Your mate Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I was able to say it correctly. Done my research on that one.
One of the best names in
He's
football.
going around. Their offense is fit and firing.
Add the hyphen into it.
Yeah.
Yes. The
Why not?
Packers defense, it's palatable.
Yeah.
It's playing not
Still
too
going
bad.
with palatable.
Yeah.
I like
They
it.
are
A
still
word of the
running
week.
that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
But not much
Slug
could be
of
said,
devils.
except, and once again, they're in the NFC, so very good chance to make the Super Bowl this time.
yeah, absolutely.
There you
And
go.
they've got a favourable matchup this week as well against the Carolina Panthers at home. And we've touched on before that Matty LaFleur does not like to lose at home.
No, he
Doesn't
does
happen.
not, Blaze.
Pretty much at all.
So,
Plus,
up 2 spots. The highest they've ever been in the Elite 8 here.
they're getting-
Buffalo.
They're getting dizzy.
The Bills.
Yeah.
They're the second best team in football right now, according to us.
I think it's
And I think it's fair.
Yeah. I don't-
Based on what we saw from the second half on the weekend against Pittsburgh, definitely fair. And based on what we've seen from Josh Allen probably over the last 6 to 8 weeks, really fair.
Oh.
He's been phenomenal. And Diggs has made that offense completely different, outstanding. If anything, that defense has regressed a bit from last year, really, because they were lights out on defense, and probably the offense was the question mark last year, whereas that's almost been roles reversal this year. If that defense could get back to where they were last year, I wouldn't want to play the Bills.
No. And even with all that said, you've still got, Tre'Davious White, Terrell Edmonds in the middle there. Like, they're still wreaking
They've got some
havoc.
great pieces.
Yeah. I think
just-
they're really well balanced.
They are.
They're like what Pittsburgh were at the start of the year, really.
Probably a little bit worse on
Yeah.
defense, but their offense is better.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
We like them.
We
We're
like
hot
them a
on
lot.
We
They're
do.
number 2.
You don't just get to
That'd
number two.
be a blockbuster AFC Championship game if that's
Oh.
what we got. That
who
be
would they play in
mental.
that game, you reckon?
The Chiefs.
The number one
the
side.
number one side, the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to spend not too much time on the Chiefs tonight. I get to the Chiefs every week because we're always number one. My main thing is that, on the back of Paddy Mahomes' 3 interception game, he's obviously got as he's admitted himself, a love-hate relationship with Hard Rock Stadium down there. 3 interceptions, 2 tips, 1 absolute screamer from Xavier Howard. I ain't batting an eyelid at that. I think that's a blip. I think, in all honesty, Travis Kelce leading the league in receiving yards as a tight end is unbelievable. You've got Tyreek Hill. Sammy Watkins is back in there now actually doing his
Made a
bit.
difference.
We've got special teams touchdowns coming back again with Mecole Hardman on the weekend. And Tyrann Mathieu on the defensive side of the ball. And a defense has
3
been...
picks in the last 2 weeks,
Yeah,
boys.
it's been a bit of a lackluster defense for the last few weeks since we kind of talked them up a bit. However, he is really carrying the bulk of the work at the moment and doing a fantastic job. He's an absolute ball player.
Absolutely.
So, with Andy Reid sitting there, we're sitting pretty at number 1 in the Elite 8. We're sitting pretty in the AFC. I think we're probably looking pretty coming into playoff time. So just keep watching this space, talking Chiefs. We love it. And I can't wait for playoff football when it does come around.
Pretty.
Pretty.
Sexy.
Sexy. Bit of
Elite 8.
Sure.
Done and dusted.
Might be stretching
There you
a touch with the
Yeah.
Elite 8, but that's it. That is the Elite 8 in the books.
Earlier.
Very good. Straight into the games, boys. Las Vegas are holding the Chargers captive this week down in their Death Star.
They are.
And I don't really see too many eventuations here where they will lose. However, someone...
Divisional game.
Yep, I'm going out on a limb
Someone's
here.
out on
Divisional
a
game. You never know what's going to happen in these
No.
divisional games, Blaze. And quite frankly, the Vegas have just fallen off the face of the earth in the
They've hit
last
the
few
skids,
weeks.
yeah, for
They
sure.
really have. Ever since that Chiefs game, they've gone downhill hard.
Yep.
Herbert's been pretty good.
Yep.
Been pretty good all year. So I'm going the Chargers in a bit of an upset.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility, but I think Las Vegas
I
should be
don't hate
too
it.
strong.
Is Austin Eckler, the running back? He's come back in the last 3 weeks and he's added a lot to their running game,
He
which they
has.
previously didn't have.
He has.
Look, the Chargers just look great, but just
The uniforms look great.
they do. Justin Herbert looks great. They've got some great pieces there. Joey Bosa, huge
The
play
Big
on the
Bear,
weekend.
Your boy.
I love the big bear. They just can't string it together, and until they can string it together, there's no way I'm going to pick them over an above 500 team.
I'm tipping them for back-to-back wins.
Well, they start with the hamstring.
That doesn't feel good.
Start with the hamstring with the head coach.
It's a
Doesn't
short
know what
game.
he's doing.
Short week as well.
You
It's the
could-
Friday game.
You calling Anthony Lynn's last game?
High.
Divisional game.
Should be over.
Huge.
Should have been over ages ago.
Against a Las Vegas team whose defense has started to absolutely leak points
Yeah,
away.
that's
I just
big,
feel
big
like
concern for them.
The thing with me here, right, Vegas are gone. They're not making the playoffs.
No.
They can't. Like they'd have to win out and have a lot of things go right. So I reckon they're just going to be deflated as hell. They've lost 3 in a row. Go out there and not give a crap, quite frankly.
So you're thinking Raiders of old mentality?
Yeah, I think they'll give up.
Roll over.
That's what I'm going with.
Watch this space. That'll obviously be a Thursday. Oh no,
That's
yeah,
the Thursday night game.
Thursday
Yep.
night match this week. Yep.
TNF.
So that should be an interesting one, if nothing else. Watch this space on old Chucky calling out the Las Vegas Raiders temperament. I guess
I got no
you'd
issue
say.
doing it either. Blake,
No,
'cause
I
I hate
don't.
them.
Yeah, me neither. Buffalo Bills are going into Mile High here with
They
the
are.
Denver Broncos, who are fresh off a Drew Lock-inspired big performance. However, they're running into a Buffalo Bills team that is, as we touched on in the Elite 8, running absolutely wild
Yeah.
for the NFL at the moment, and I think they'll just smack the living bejesus out of the Denver
You would hope
Broncos.
so, Blaze, because they're the first leg of the guarantee.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
So we've got Buffalo this weekend going into Denver. That's $1.31 there. So that's not bad odds there. Then you got Garen. I don't know what that is.
Miles Garrett.
Rashawn Gary, who plays for Green Bay.
Yeah.
Green Bay hosting Carolina at home. So that'll be $1.23. You'd have to think they
Easy
get the
money.
job done
Yep.
there. Then we've also going to go the Ravens, who have they've got Jacksonville at home as well. So that's got to be free money.
That's straight
The
cash.
last leg.
And the last leg here is where they've really blown out the odds.
Yep.
And I promised I'd do it.
You did.
And I have done it.
You did.
We're going Miami at $1.69 to beat their old rivals, the New England Patriots.
Patriots.
At home, Miami are as well. It should be noted.
Yes, it should.
The reason for this one, Blaze, it's do or die for the Dolphins.
It is.
They've got 2 harder games coming up after this weekend. So if they don't win this game, their hopes of playoffs are completely
Pretty
shot.
much
They're
shot,
done.
yeah.
There's no chance. So they have to win this game. So if the Dolphins are not up and about for this weekend against New England at home to embarrass New England, you're not getting up for anything.
No.
So that's why they're in there at $1.69.
I love
you
it.
power play that together, Blaze, $3.31. That's 50 into $165.
Sell it to me, Chucky. Sell it to me.
So that's what we'll be getting on.
I don't think you sold that Miami leg enough. New England are stinking it up on offense.
Yeah.
They're going up against one of the best defenses. There's just no chance.
It's gonna
But
be
it's
hard,
just, it
very
has to
hard
be
press.
that thing of just ripping it away from New England and embarrassing them, and the fact that they're not going to win their division.
Give them their 8th loss for the year.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Got to. You just got to. And with how much it means to Miami's season,
Set the
they
tone.
have to get this done.
Set the tone.
They
big
cannot
time.
afford to lose this game.
Could not agree more.
I like it. I like it. You got anything else to add on that one, my
Nah,
friend?
that's it.
No,
4
good.
legs, all good.
Good energy, good vibes. 165 beans coming your way if you hop on the guarantee with a $50 investment with our good friends at Sportsbet.
One thing I've got to add, if you're in sports bet out there, get off it. Ladbrokes.
Right.
The odds are consistently better.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Okay.
It's more value for money.
Well,
Well, there it is, Ladbrokes. Feel free to start sponsoring it.
yep. We've just jumped off one and gone the other.
I've been on Ladbrokes all year and I'm consistently making better money.
Yeah.
Like Rams.
This table is seriously divided right now.
The Rams are paying $1.05 on Sportsbet.
Yeah.
$1.08 on Ladbrokes.
You're kidding. That is just, if that's not reason enough to jump ship, I don't know what is. Hey,
Might have to call them out.
maybe we'll have to at one stage, not just ship. Enough airing.
So back to Denver Buffalo.
Back to Denver Buffalo.
What, did we touch on it at all? Or did we just
Oh,
go
we
straight
said
to
it's
the
going to be a
Yeah,
good
it's
game.
going to be a good game.
I think
Well,
it's
I think we're all going Buffalo.
Yeah,
we're all going Buffalo. I mean, the Bills on fire. Denver, not so much. But Drew Lock's found a little bit of form, bit of
Yeah.
a purple patch.
Mhm.
Could save his career or could buy him another year as a starter.
That's
Yeah.
true. I think he'll probably get another year,
I think he will too.
but may
They'd
not
want-
be,
they'd
may
wanna
not be
see-
much more than that.
They'd want to see a more consistent full year out
Right,
of him.
you are, Blaze.
Unless they really like someone in the draft,
Yeah,
I don't think they're going after
Yeah,
someone
Nah,
at
I
quarterback.
don't think they'll be picking high enough anyway.
I agree. Hey, the Green Bay Packers, as we touched on in the guarantee, are super at home. And
They
they
are.
get Carolina, who are not fantastic on defense, not really great on offense at the moment either, to be honest. They're a bit devoid of weaponry. So I think this is 3 Packers
Yeah.
for all of us here. And
3
Aaron
cheeses.
Rodgers to really slam the point home. I would
3
have
cheese
thought.
pizza.
3 cheese pizza, indeed. Anything on that one, Schnazzy?
No, not really.
No.
This Green Bay's offense is firing. I think it's about number 2 in the NFL.
Yeah.
Carolina, without C-Mac, your best mate.
Yeah.
He's not going to come back all year.
No.
Nah,
They
they're
are
pretty
done.
nice.
Give a good shout out to Teddy. Still wouldn't know who he is if he walked into a lift.
But he's battling hard.
He's battling hard.
He's in the trenches. And, I mean, Carolina Panthers just reek of the trenches, doesn't it? Like, they're just always under the pump, fighting.
Ever since that Super Bowl loss, really.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not diving
been-
on loose balls.
Yeah.
Not diving on loose balls, all that kind of,
No, it's-
franchise-changing shit.
You know, Green Bay hold the wood over him in the last few years here. You know, Matty LaFleur.
Yep.
What did you say? A few weeks ago, it was 14-2, so 2 losses at home.
Yep.
Don't see another loss coming here. And
I
I
wouldn't
probably
have thought.
don't see another home loss coming for the rest of the season.
No. Well,
Wow.
if they
You
don't-
got Green Bay going to the bowl. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, they're the best team in the NFC, so
There
why
you
not?
go.
It's hard to argue.
There you go.
It's hard to argue. I'm not going to make a case against you right now.
No.
The Dallas Cowboys are hosting the Niners this week. There's a bit of disparity in the tips, boys.
Oh, I don't know what to
Finally.
make of this game.
Yeah, this is bizarre.
This is a game. It's almost San Francisco have been on the road for weeks now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
they've-
got kicked out. They got kicked out
At
of Santa
least,
Clara.
at least
Didn't
2
wanna-
weeks.
It's
probably
about 3 or
longer.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
They've been playing in their home games in Arizona where they don't have a great record.
No.
Now, they're going over to Texas to play against Dallas, and third string quarterback, injuries everywhere.
Yeah.
Against a Dallas side which has probably rallied a little bit.
The tiniest of tiny
Yeah.
bits, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're coming off their best defense performance of the year, albeit not against a great side.
The one thing about the Cowboys, Schnars, is they do, out of the NFC East teams, have the easiest 3 games coming up. Like, their schedule's the easiest, I think, on the run home out of all the other teams.
They're not making it.
But they'd have to win this one.
Yeah.
They're not making it.
Well, you're tipping them.
It's a tall order.
I am tipping them, but that's because I have no confidence in the Niners.
Yeah, I'm going to try and sneak one on the Niners here. I think
Mm.
they're around the mark. Obviously, they're low on cattle, but if they can get Debo out there, my boy, and maybe a little flash in the pan magic there. Dallas just aren't going that flash. I'm not holding them at all. So I think this is probably It's not a true 50-50, but I think San Francisco come in with a red hot crack at knocking them off.
Yeah, just with under Dalton, they've been playing a lot more consistently.
Yeah, they have. Better than Danucci.
Mate.
He sucks.
Up there with Nathan Peterman for mine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Except Peterman somehow started more than one game, so he holds the wood on Danucci somehow.
You've got some unresolved issues with that, I reckon.
Speaking of teams who don't have unresolved issues in the draft, Washington football team and Chase Young.
They've got unresolved issues in the identity department.
Yes. That would have been a better one to go with, actually.
The football team.
Jim Tiki?
Yeah, swap them over. The football team are hosting the Seattle Seahawks here. This is another big matchup in terms of, I guess, playoff connotations. Washington need to keep winning to maintain their stranglehold on that. It's not a stranglehold, don't get me wrong. So
No.
There's definitely not a stranglehold.
Not even close.
But they are leading the division at the moment. So if they keep winning, they will hold it for the foreseeable future. While Seattle really need to make that push there as they try and catch the Rams for the division lead over in the West. So this will be a really interesting game. I think a Washington front that can create that kind of pressure. Russell is an escapable master and a maestro.
He'll need to be.
So I think that's
Too.
it should be a really good
2.5
game.
quarters last week.
Yeah. I'm going to nab this as my game of the week.
Okay.
Just off the rip. I think this is a really red hot contest with a couple of really good underlying storylines. I think as long as Alex Smith plays, I think Washington have a chance. I don't love it if Haskins is at the helm.
Yeah, so my take on this game is the Washington secondary has been great on the back of their O-line.
Yep.
Been forcing teams to throw the ball. Sorry,
D-line.
D-line. They've
Yep.
been forcing teams to throw the ball. So they're the fourth best defense in the league.
Yeah.
Going up against Seattle, who started the year as probably the best offense in the league.
Yeah.
But let's not forget how they played against the Giants.
Yeah.
If they go anywhere near putting that up again, you can count on the secondary of the football team to not give up many big plays to Tyler
Yes, you
Lockett
can.
and DK. Keep them right in the game. I've gone with Seattle, and literally this is almost a flip of the coin game for me.
Yeah.
Just because Alex Smith's gone out. He had a scan. It's come back all clear. This is got a tweaked calf.
Okay.
But just any risk of Dwayne Haskins playing has me spooked.
Yeah. And that's fair enough too. I'd be worried about that.
I've taken the football team on the basis that Alex Smith is going to start, but obviously we film our preview shows a bit out from
Yes.
the Sunday slate of matches. So I'm not going to be that guy that changes my tip closer to it. I will ride it, but I have real concerns if Haskins is the one that has to go up against Russell Wilson.
That would be bad news.
That would be bad.
You and that whole organisation.
I'll be taking Seattle there as well.
Red hot concerns. You'll be taking Seattle.
I'll be taking Seattle.
If the football team do get up and win and Alex Smith plays, they got a 7-7 and 500.
They'll be home.
Happy days.
That division was an absence.
It
Not
was
so much of it. We can't keep calling it a joke anymore. They've brought a bit of credibility
It
back.
was a dumpster fire, and now it's just smouldering.
Oh,
So
if they get a winning record on the season,
They were
makes us look stupid.
2-7 as well.
yeah, they're absolutely flying at the minute on the back of their defense. So let's hope that continues for them.
First time in 4 years that they've won 4 games on the trot as well. The football team.
Very good. Very good. Old Riverboat Ron will be chuffed.
He would be.
Riverboat Rowan.
The Vikes are going to host the Chicago Bears, and they'll be smiting after a disappointing game. I'm going to just pretty much angle this directly at Dan Bailey because, he's copped most of the flack, and in honesty, he probably deserved it.
No doubt.
So they're going to be real pissed, and they run into a Chicago Bears unit that will probably be a bit too big for their boots after actually scoring points, which would have confused everyone, including their own fan base. But I don't think they can catch... What am I going to say here? Catch lightning in a bottle twice? That kind of works.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they won't do that, Blaze. They will not do that. Yeah, because I'm still spooked by it. That had me feeling like Dwayne Haskins starting. Didn't like it at all.
Nice
You just can't bank on Mitch Trubisky to play 2 good games.
No
in a row.
way.
No, that won't be
no
happening.
how.
So these guys played, 3 weeks ago, I believe, middle of November.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago.
Don't hit
And
yourself.
it was 19-13.
Yeah.
Minnesota got the win in Chicago.
Yeah.
Would expect it to be much the same here. Dan Bailey, mate, you've missed 7 field goals in the last 2 weeks. Sort your out, or you will be gone, and your career will be done.
Yeah, you'll be out.
I'm surprised he's not done already.
He's under the pump. Zimmer came out and said that...
Who's under the pump more, him or Anthony Lynn?
I tell you right now, Lynn is in my crosshairs every day. I
Because
wake
Adam
up in the
Gase
morning.
isn't under the pump anymore because it's a formality.
No.
Bizarre.
Yeah, his seat has actually
How's
gone
that not
cold
happened
in a
yet?
reverse kind of way.
Yeah, he's just, they just shook hands and gone, hey, look, see you at week 17.
Let's
Games
just
played,
keep sucking.
Pack up your bag.
Mm.
Give us your merch.
Yep.
Yeah, do you reckon he's packed up
See
his
you
locker already?
100%.
It's a FIFO.
100%.
Christ, stop it.
Must be his 2 weeks off now, so Jets might win a game. No, but honestly, though, like, Dan Bailey sorted out.
Yep.
Minnesota, you've got to win this game to keep your chances
Yeah.
alive. Because
And it will.
in front of you've got the Cards, and they're sitting 7 and 6, and they are,
Yeah.
one thing we've been saying all year, they are
They
Oh,
anything but
consistently inconsistent.
They're a roller coaster,
And
no
you don't-
doubt.
And they have,
And they got Philly this weekend.
yep, and they also have the divisional matchup against the Seahawks in round 17.
Nah, they played the Seahawks twice.
Might be the Rams.
Might be the Rams.
Might be the Rams.
Might be the
yeah.
Rams. So the Vikings are a very serious chance or a very big sniff of making it. So,
I like the Vi. I know you liked him in the preseason kind of
I did.
previews, Chucky.
I
I
had them at
think
10 wins.
yeah, they're starting to
Yeah, they
They've-
do have the Rams last week.
Yeah.
Rams, is it? They've had a disappointing week last week. They've had a couple of close losses all year. I think they're around the mark.
They
And,
are.
They do have one of the best players in football in Dalvin Cook. So
They'd be
always helps.
sitting 2 wins better off if he hadn't gotten injured. during
Yes.
the
And
start
your
of the
boy
year.
Dalvin. Not Dalvin, Justin.
Oh,
Mm.
Justin
JJ.
Jefferson. Quickly becoming the offensive rookie of the year.
Oh, he didn't had a bit of a down week.
Yeah, he did have a down week. I'm kind of clutching at straws a little bit with that one.
Miami, New England.
Miami, New England, obviously a leg of the guarantee here, the juiciest leg of the guarantee at a tasty $1.69.
That is tasty, Blaze.
If you don't mind that little sidebar. New England Patriots are terrible. They are terrible. Cam Newton can't move the ball for peanuts. And
No.
I think that defense can only do so much. I think they're going to come up against a Miami defense that's actually probably superior to theirs at the moment
Oh, 100%.
due to the nature, obviously, all the outs that New England have. And then young Tua and my boy Mike Gesicki, who decided on the weekend he was going to catch
Grab 2.
2 tubs. So thanks for coming, Mike. It's been all year waiting for you,
On our
Gesicki.
Chiefs, do.
Yeah, on our Chiefs. Team.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just great sense of timing.
I have 2 question marks.
Okay.
One over this game and one over Miami in general.
Okay.
One, their running game
Yep.
is just non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
They've been to about 5 starting running backs this year and
Yep.
haven't found the one. They need to find that. Maybe that's something they find in the draft this year. The second being New England hold the wood over them big time. New England have beat them earlier in the season. Let's
Yeah.
not forget that.
Yes.
It was in one of Tua's first games, I
Not sure I'd
believe.
say that they hold the wood over them.
They did lose at the end of
They
last
lost.
year.
They lost the.
Yeah,
they
I know,
lost a
but over the
bye.
recent
Yeah,
decade, it's like the Bills had to get over the hurdle of
Yeah.
the Patriots.
I'm with you.
They're not the only one in that division.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is a huge game, not just for the team, but for that
This
division.
feels
in general.
like franchise defining, doesn't it? Like, it feels like if you lose this one, it sets them back so much more heading into next year.
This is like your statement with
Yeah,
lives in this division,
yeah,
and you're
this
going
seems
down.
And this
so
is the official funeral for New England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems so much bigger
like the
than just
stranglehold's
one
gone.
game.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the official funeral for New England. I love it.
It's come and gone.
If you're working the Sunday night booth or the Sunday Arvo booth,
Your time in the
you'd be
sun.
getting that.
Yeah.
It's done.
That's really good.
The sun has set.
Well, yeah, they need to figure out what they're going
On
to do.
my
New
time,
England have
yeah.
bigger issues than just this year. I think they've got question marks quarterback. They've got an aging list already, and they've got a wide receiver room that has diddly squat. So Bill Belichick, best coach ever, great coach. All the rest of it, he's got his work.
They got some serious work to do.
He's got
Blaze,
his
no
work cut
doubt
out for
at
him.
all.
He's got his work cut out for him. Baltimore, Jacksonville. This shouldn't take too long at all because
Nah.
the Baltimore Ravens on the fresh off the back. Whoa, that
Whoa.
was a bad.
Done
Fresh
it
off the
again.
back.
That was a bad sentence. Fresh off the back of a huge win against the Browns in terms of context, not necessarily points.
Playoff implications.
They get Jacksonville. What a present. When
Mm.
you need wins to get into the playoffs and you need to win pretty much every game here on out, you get Jacksonville.
Merry Christmas.
Lucky. Jacksonville stink and Baltimore will smash them.
And a happy new year.
They're probably
Indeed.
reaping the benefits of a bit of a tough schedule through the middle of Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. Yeah, that's true.
But, it's one of those
they
ones.
They have to win every game.
They have to win them all.
Mm.
But do you want to be going into the playoffs playing against absolute?
Yeah, it's that old conundrum.
Well, you got to get
do
there.
you want to
though,
be?
don't
Do you want to be fresh
You
or
wanna
do you
get
want to
there.
be clicking on all cylinders?
I know you've got to get there, but
you? Mm.
I think the positive for me watching that Browns game just gone was that they really rediscovered their running identity. Now,
I've gotta
whether
be
the
honest.
Browns let them do it or not,
Yeah, I don't know. I got to be honest. If I thought the Browns were going to play that well, the way they played, I didn't think Baltimore would get anywhere near them. The way they've been playing the last month.
Yeah.
yeah,
The Browns defense just didn't show up.
No,
that's right.
that's the thing. Like Dallas, we're not that far away from beating Baltimore a week ago.
yeah.
No. I still have huge concerns over Baltimore though. They're just,
Oh yeah,
in terms of how far they can go,
Yeah,
their ceiling is low.
Their ceiling is very low at the moment, and there would be some concern in that front office because what do you do to fix the passing game besides teach Lamar how to throw the ball? You can't give him many more weapons.
You don't have
They
any
just look
options.
a hell of a lot better when he runs.
They do,
Yeah.
and
They've just got to own
If
that.
you're too predictable,
we've asked for it
not
all
gonna
year
work.
for them to throw the ball, and it just hasn't come. And then I don't think it's ever going to come.
His passing line lately is getting set at like 180. Like that's pretty
That's-
low.
that's-
He was
very
heading into
low.
83 yards into the third quarter today.
yeah.
And he's just in. Well, he had what? He had like.
He'd only had like 14 attempts.
I was going to say, yeah,
8 at the half.
yeah. So there's
There's
question
issues.
marks. There's
There's
question
issues there.
marks. There's issues. Atlanta and we're all taking Baltimore by the
Yeah.
way. No one's taking Jacksonville. Atlanta and Tampa.
No.
Okay. Atlanta and Tampa Bay going toe to toe here. Matty Ice gets to go up against Tom Brady, his old foe, and
Talk me through it.
I'm going to take Matty Ice.
Yeah, I know you are. Tell me why.
Well, I could just say one. I could say 2 words and you'd get on board. I'd say Calvin Ridley and you'd
Gotcha.
Go, yeah. But no,
Fair enough. He went ballistic.
I
on the
think
weekend again.
Atlanta are just a sneaky chance based on Matty Ryan, Julio.
Is this more hope for your bet?
100%.
Yeah, it's
That's all it is.
So I'm talking out my ass. It's entirely for my bet. If Tampa Bay win this or any of their remaining 3 games, I lose my bet to Schnars and I own 2 cartons of PI 55. So
I don't lose many bets.
no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. So I'm clinging on an absolute prayer here and a little reverse.
Does this lose it for your Callum and Bray bets as well?
Yeah.
No, Callum never. I don't think we.
Yeah, we didn't confirm Callum's, but we definitely got Braden. So
So you're up for quite a bit of coin.
yeah. Well, I've
Tampa Bay
been on
wins
the I've been on the phone to Nimble.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Too.
Just near smart little.
You
loan.
sponsored
Yeah.
the show, or
Yeah, no, not just yet, but it's going to be. It'll be dark days in the Tompkins house if Tampa Bay get the win here or in the next 2 weeks. But hey,
Don't think GT.
this
would care.
is going to be
no, it won't.
a bad flashback for Atlanta and Matty Ryan coming up
Oh, is
against
it?
Tommy
Yeah.
Brady. Do you know they just can't? Was it 38-3?
Yeah.
28-3.
28-3. Sorry.
38-3 would be one hell of a collapse.
Well, the more and more I talk about it, the bigger and bigger I build it up in my head.
yeah.
It's monstrous.
It is. It's ridiculous. It's barbaric, and it's downright
Barbaric.
stupid. It's not palatable either.
Christ.
Nah, but to be honest here, Atlanta lost the game. They were the loot. They lost the game that both teams are trying to lose.
Yeah.
So they won that.
Yeah.
So well done. But you're not going to win
Figure
this
that one
one.
out.
Yeah.
So Tampa Bay.
He's talking
put
about
it in
the
book.
Chargers Atlanta game from last
Give me
week.
2
if you're wondering.
cartons. We'll call it a day.
All right, we'll put a line through that one.
Stars and I with Tampa Bay there for that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So you can pretty much chalk it up to a big old Falcon W.
Yeah, that's what the tips say. If you have a look at the tips, that's what they say. Get on what Blaze does.
The Titans again. This one should be pretty quick because
1,
this-
2, 3, Tennessee, move on.
1, 2, 3 Tennessee.
The only
Oh,
The
that's
only
good.
they suck. Detroit suck.
Yeah.
But they've won 5 games this year.
Yeah. I don't know how. Who have they beaten?
Oh,
Must be.
I
crap
can't tell you off
teams.
the top of my head right now. But
Have they
Jesus
played the
Christ.
Jets, Jacksonville, the Giants early,
and the Bengals?
Dallas,
It's hard to believe they got rid
the
of.
entire NFC East?
It's hard to believe they got rid of Matt Patricia on the back of that.
Oh, it is hard to believe, Blaze.
Well, they won 1 without him when they beat Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. He only accounts for
So-
4 of them.
But I just keep looking at them going, these are one of the worst football teams going around. Tennessee are going to absolutely run all over them. Detroit have been putting up some more points, which is a bit of a positive thing that we
Yeah.
talked about last
Yeah.
More
episode.
points is positive.
Thanks, Lemmett. Thanks for confirming. I love reaffirmation
Reaffirmation
of
yeah.
facts. It gets me going.
Okay.
But Tennessee here, look
I'm
for
glad.
Derrick Henry to absolutely
Yeah.
run right again.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense of the Lions is pretty non-existent. I've been talking absolute
Jeff
shit
Okuda.
Yeah.
about Jeff Okuda all year, and now I think he's faked an injury so he doesn't have to play. But they are the 29th ranked defense in the league.
That's
Yeah.
pathetic.
Derrick Henry is the
Especially
best.
with like a head coach who's defensively minded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got
How
the third
poorly is he
offense
going?
going up against the 29th best
Old
defense.
King Henry would be licking his lips. I
Spells
reckon.
trouble. Spells trouble.
Yeah, it spells big time trouble for the Detroit Lions. Speaking of trouble, Houston, we may have a problem here. They've got the red hot Colts, and they will probably.
AFC South matchup, Blaze.
Yeah, this is. I mean, the
Don't
divisional.
care much for it this year.
There, the divisional matchups, as we've always said, are interesting
They
contests.
can throw spanners in the works.
They can,
No
but
doubt.
I can't see one happening here.
Well,
Stars.
you might recall a few episodes
do.
ago, Slammer quite rightly reminded me earlier that I called that Indy wouldn't beat Houston twice on the run home. And I was nearly correct because Without that fumble,
Yes.
Yeah.
they would have beat Indy.
Yep.
But now we go back to Indianapolis, and there's no way Houston's getting this done.
No.
Especially off the back of what they served up last week.
Yeah.
That's
Cannot touch them. And I mean, they've lost all their offensive weapons. They're nearly more depleted than the Niners on offense. And then their defense is 31st ranked in the NFL.
They are
Leaking
atrocious on defense,
Yeah.
and especially run defense.
So expect Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor to go ballistic. come on.
Career best game last
Yeah.
week. Expect him to go absolutely off once again.
Yeah. Good
And then
day.
expect
Jonathan
Romeo
Taylor
Crennel
and
to be
Nyheim
sacked as the
Hines.
interim coach.
There's a couple of real favourable matchups for the big running backs.
Do you reckon,
Back to
do you
back
reckon
here.
Taylor and Nyheim Hines could both go over 100 yards?
Yeah, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
I reckon it could happen. I reckon it could happen.
They do a good split
They do
carry.
split carry, yeah.
Bit of a 1-2 punch.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. The old
It's quite a good 1-2 punch as well.
two-headed dragon.
Oh, we're back to that.
Oh, Jesus.
Huh?
I thought we lost that.
No, we haven't. Philly, surprise packet of last week against the Saints, are going into Arizona here.
Glendale,
and
Arizona.
we don't have enough faith in Jalen that he's going to do it twice.
No. I
But-
mean, we didn't have any faith that he would do it once.
No,
No.
no. And perhaps we're misguided in putting our faith in another team that has burnt us multiple times over the course of the year, being the Cardinals. So I don't know. What do you want to look at in this one, boys? A couple of young quarterbacks going
How?
on.
Like, I mean, how do you pick this?
No.
You have to just pick the team that's got more wins, really.
You have to pick the
And
team
the
with the
team
runs
that's
on the
at
board.
home.
Yeah.
But if Philly play like they played on the weekend,
Oh, they were much
they're
better.
in this
chance.
game up to their
They were
necks.
much better.
They did have a lot of injuries on the weekend, Philly, so I'm not sure what their battle report's going to look like going
Had
in.
injuries. Yeah.
But
They were
had
much
heaps.
better, though.
Yeah.
That's the best they've looked all season.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
you know, Arizona's defense isn't much shake of the sauce bottle. You put in Miles Sanders, who loves
What about
running
your
for big
Buda
plays.
Baker?
Yeah.
Buda Baker, you know, one-man show on that defense.
Chandler
really.
Jones.
He's definitely your mate.
Chandler Jones has been injured most of the year.
Yeah.
He
I
went
think
out-
he's back now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he was on fire at the start of the season, absolutely crunching it as per. But no, I really feel for Arizona here because we were hot on them, especially Slammer was hot on them at the start of the year, and
super hot.
they've burned us too many times. I'm going to take them here,
If
but
they win out,
If
they'll
they
get to
burn
10
us
wins,
here-
and that's what I predicted.
I haven't got many tips wrong all year. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I do
You've
pretty.
got good numbers,
I
mate.
got some good numbers.
Mm.
Arizona would be the team I've got wrong most this year, without
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt,
Yeah.
which is saying something in
56.
itself.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be Kyler Murray if this goes west against Philadelphia.
I don't want to be one of his teammates because he just looking at him, just being like a sad child on the sidelines in a grown man's sport.
If you want
He's
to
gonna have
talk,
to get that stepladder back out.
if you want to talk about sad children, the New York Jets, they've got the Los Angeles Rams.
New York Jets do.
Yeah.
The New York Jets are arguably one of the worst teams I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, they suck that much. It's embarrassing. Like, there was no teams that had ever gone 0-16 by 2007. We've had
Yeah.
2 since then.
With the Browns,
It's looking, and the Detroit did it in like 07. We're looking very good for them doing it again here.
Oh, absolutely.
they are.
How can you be that like, these are people getting paid millions and millions of dollars to go out there and not win one game. That's pathetic.
Well, they're 32 in the league out of 32 teams in offense and 30th in defense. Going up against the 5th best offense and the 1st best defense.
That's stinky.
It's just,
That's a stinky
well, the line for
matchup.
those, like, I checked Ladbrokes earlier today.
Yeah.
Another plug. It's already set at 7.5.
Yeah.
So 7.5 point head start
That's-
is what the Rams need.
It's in the realm of what the Chiefs got, wasn't it? Well,
And I mean,
21 and a half.
If you look at the Rams, they don't consistently put up big points,
yeah.
but would be taking them at the line.
Yeah, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. The Jets won't be able to move the ball on that defense whatsoever.
Nah,
Aaron Donald, no, I'm not.
Sam
gonna say
Darnold might retire after this game because Aaron Donald might eat him continuously.
that. Yeah, you went a different way to where I was going, but I'm glad you handled it.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
I've just done a quick stats check on Schnaz's tipping.
Yeah.
You're tipping at about 73% for the year. That's pretty good numbers.
Pretty good.
That's sick numbers.
208 games so far.
Okay. You take that, big guy.
I would. So I'm the expert on the panel.
Oh, you're the talent.
But no, this is probably not worth spending too much time on. Probably
No.
not. If I was going to watch anything, I'd just watch the Rams play defense. Because Jalen Ramsey's going to absolutely eat whichever receiver they decide to throw the ball to.
This is going to be a decimation.
He might even pick him up. Who's old mate he picked up from, was it Golden Tate?
Yeah,
And
go
just
on,
slammed
Tate,
him?
Yeah.
Might be a few more power bombs this week. from
Oh,
Jalen
good.
Ramsey.
Yeah, you know I love when
Aaron
WWE.
Donald's going to power bomb Donald.
Oh, God.
It's just,
It
It's
makes me
over.
feel sick just thinking about it.
It's
I'm
over.
reckoning 6 sacks for the Rams.
Yeah.
For the Rams or for
Yeah.
Aaron Donald.
Both.
Same thing.
He will destroy them.
Mm.
They will destroy them, and it's just That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
You might actually see them bench the team like pretty much what the Seahawks
Yeah.
did come start of the third, mid of the third,
Stay
middle of the third
fresh.
quarter. Yeah.
Bigger fish to fry.
Yep.
New Orleans Saints would want to have Drew Brees. I don't think they will. They've got the Kansas City Chiefs, the Globetrotters, and it's in New Orleans.
It is.
So
That's advantage New Orleans.
In the dome.
it's in the dome.
But it looks like they'll have Taysom Hill, and that's not advantage
No.
New Orleans.
It's I think the Kansas City Chiefs. I always pick on quarterbacks
Yeah.
80% of the time, and the Patrick Mahomes Taysom Hill battle
It's
is
even
not a
close.
confident. It's not a contest. So
No.
that's why I'm going on that.
For mine, I reckon the Chiefs would be slightly disappointed here because this is a game that I reckon they would have had circled and said, like, this is like the yardstick game.
Yeah.
We played this game. We beat the pants off of them against one of probably the top, who they would have had is probably one of the top, the best team in the NFC, top 2 team in the NFC.
Yeah.
Beat the absolutely pants off them, right into the playoffs in the last weeks 16 and 17 with absolute all the confidence in the world. And they'll go, look, head to another Super Bowl and we can do this easily.
No doubt. That's like they would have circled the Bills game, they would have circled the Tampa Bay game and this game. And now they've lost one of the 3, measuring stick games.
Yeah. And this is the last one going that they needed.
Yeah.
A bit of competition, but, mate, this would have been prime time football and this would have been a game that you're obviously Slammer's still going to watch it, but
Yeah.
you might have even seen me getting the Uddy with Slammer and watch it.
Yeah.
It would have been a great game.
Jesus. Yeah, that would it's must see television. Like to see that would have been a marquee kind of matchup. Like,
We'll never see Drew Brees versus Patrick Mahomes ever again if they don't meet in the Super Bowl. It'll be another 4 years away.
Yep.
Yeah,
Drew will have retired.
yeah, it'd be gone.
So we may never get that matchup.
We may not. How's that for a little bit of a
Just to end the show on a bit of a sad one.
Somber.
a dampener? We can roll through these last few relatively quickly here. The Giants have got the Browns at home. I'm going with the Giants. The boys are taking the Browns. As tends to be the go with me. It's a bit of a prayer, but I don't think it's outside the realms of possibility.
It could happen.
The Giants have, both teams really. It's kind of defeating my own argument before I make it, but the Giants do have a lot to gain by getting an upset here, especially with the Washington football team as probably underdogs against the Seattle Seahawks. So that division remains open, and obviously the Browns need to keep winning to keep their season alive and playoff hopes going.
And the Giants
so.
only need to be even with Washington as well because they hold the two
correct
head to head there.
So this could be a tasty little swing one for them, but they might run into that
much trouble.
That run game of the Cleveland Browns might just be a bit too much.
So I can see why you've tipped them. It's a bit of a not 50-50, but the Giants' defense, especially run defense, is actually pretty good.
There's a little bit in it.
It's not out of the world of possibility. This one,
but with the way Cleveland played on the weekend, and we sort of was looking for a good game for them. They're coming off a loss, but a great loss if there's ever going to be a good loss.
Yep, definitely agree with that.
100%. Let's not spend too long here at all. Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Cincinnati have been absolutely atrocious.
We were talking earlier about early Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers on a 2-game slide and losing faith and
Roger Goodell just throws one up for them. Just
no joke.
Absolute. Here you go. Here's the Cincinnati Bengals.
Tell you what, if you want to get your run game going,
here's a chance.
Tell you what, if Smoking Joe, your mate, wasn't injured and Pittsburgh were coming into this game,
absolutely,
I'd be nervous.
Yeah,
you would be seriously worried.
Absolutely. But this is not an alternate reality.
No, this is not.
That would be good.
They have some bloke called Allen, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even Kyle Allen either.
No, it's some other one. Josh, maybe.
Yep. Okay.
Like that.
No. Finish the show on a great one.
Another zinger from Blaze.
Yeah.
Oh, get off my
the
back.
barbs, they just fly around here.
Get off my back, you overgrown thingo. Facebook, Instagram,
Another one.
One more, go.
I couldn't say
3 from 3.
I couldn't say what I was gonna say.
Another
Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Slim Slam and the Bandwagon fan. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast. Check us out and share us around. Please continue to help the channel to grow. With all that said and done, Slammer, can you please sign us out so I can get away from you?
I'd love to, mate. He's been Slim. I've been Slam. That's the Bandwagon fan. Good night.